I am joining in the TikTok inspired block party. This is what I'm doing. I am getting rid of people that need to be gotten rid of. Of course, the scammers. Of course, that's a given. If you are claiming all of this money, like this person that I talked about briefly, is supposedly on a world tour, traveling all throughout Europe and all these different countries. Well, you know that costs a lot of money. So why are you doing GoFundMe to raise $40,000 when you're obviously spending more than $40,000 and you are a multimillionaire? No, I'm gonna call your ass out, and then I'm going to unsubscribe like I already did. And just listening to his last video, this guy is such the biggest narcissist in the history of. I don't even know how people can stomach listening to this guy talk. He's such a feminine narcissist. It's just absolutely insane how you can be full of yourself. And not only that, like, the guy comes off like a nerd that's trying to be cool, and he's so fake and so disingenuous, and it just comes off as cringy. Like, you're not who you think you are, dude. You're not who you think you are. And it's embarrassing to watch you because you just look like a nerdy piece of shit that got a little bit of money, and now he thinks he's a diva or whatever. I just it's bizarre. It's bizarre. These tethers who are riding the wave of these black fatigue videos, like, they have whole channels dedicated to showing nothing but black American criminals or criminal interactions with the police. Block. I'm done. I'm done. You see, because these people, they are they don't never talk about where they come from. And some of these people, I think one of them is Kendall Reacts. You can listen to his voice. I strongly do not believe that he is a foundational black American. He does not sound like a foundational black American. But even if he is, he's going to fall into number five. You keep showing nothing but the worst. What this does is that this emboldens all the white racists to continue to hate us more. And I'm done with this bullshit. I'm done with these people. And then a lot of these African channels where all they do is talk about FBA issues all the time. We have to call these people are grifting. I have already talked about this before. Whether they're African or Caribbean, they're just in it for money. And they have no self-respect because they never talk about where they come from. They never do. They only talk about FBA celebrities, FBA politics. These people are strange to me. It's weird. It's giving off obsession. It really is. Blocked. I'm done. I'm not going to give you any energy. And I have brought this up to some of them on some of their channels, and they'll get mad, and they'll have some of these lost FBA, number five, talk about shut up, get out of here. You don't. So you are citing against me with a foreign black national when I'm just asking a question. How come you don't talk about where you come from? How come you don't talk about the news in your area? Why is your whole channel FBA centric? 100%. You don't talk about where you come from. You don't talk about your politics. Matter of fact, y'all never even talk about where you come from. I don't know where you, I don't know where, I hear the accent. You claim you live in your country. Why are you hiding the name of your country? What's the name of your president? What's going on over where you live? Right? You don't want to answer simple questions? Block party. Done. Done. You are a self-hater. You are embarrassed of your own nation, obviously, because you never talk about it, right? The white supremacists. Stop talking to these people in the comment section. This is futile at this point. These people don't change. They're not going to. Don't give them any energy. Just don't comment to them. Make videos if you want to do that, but don't comment to them directly. These people are pieces of shit. This is who they are, right? This latest piece of shit who's walking around like he's a Timu Nick Fuentes, he's walking up to black women and saying, well, you know, y'all are 13% of the population and you commit 80%. They always are on that bullshit. The minute a black man overheard that and confronted him, all of a sudden, magically, he didn't want to bring that up. And the black women were kind of mentally clueless, so they didn't call him out for his bullshit. But the brother, the younger brother, he called him out on his lying statistics. This is what he did. Now, if you hear it in public, go for it. But online, just don't even respond to these people. They know what they're doing. They're not going to change. You know, if you want to go on a flagging campaign against their channels, you can go ahead. I'm not your father, by the way. I'm just sharing what I feel that it's just stop giving these people energy. Save the energy for yourself, right? The troll comments, same thing. Blacks are 13% of the population. They commit 90% of all the crimes. Just don't respond to these people. They want you to respond to these people. And magically, every time I respond to these people, every time I used to, I would never put any cuss words in there. I would never threaten people. I would just ask simple questions. Why are you lying like this? All of a sudden, all my comments are disappeared because you know what? Sometimes it's YouTube, sometimes it's the channel owner that is allowing these racist comments, and they are deleting the people who ask them simple questions. Finally, the lost FBA, same thing. The lost FBA who still continue to believe in Pan-Africanism, and same thing, when you basically calmly state how you don't believe in Pan-Africanism, and here is the reason why, you give an explanation, they start flipping out on you. Oh, you're just this, and you're just that, and I will block you. Good. And I have gotten off of a lot of people's channels. I may have liked you, but whenever you challenge somebody's worldview and they flip out towards extreme anger, I know that it's time to leave you alone. It really is. It really is, because this person said what they said about Tariq. I'm not a Tariq cheerleader, a fan man. I just like his creation of FBA, right? He brought up Tariq. Did I flip out on him? No, I'm not a emotionally unstable guy, right? Not today. Not ever, I hope. I'm not an emotionally unstable guy. You can tell me that just like this person told me, there is no evidence that the Bible is real. And I said, okay, that's what you want to believe. I don't agree with you. You have a good day. That's what I told him. I don't flip out on people. I rarely do that because I'm an adult and you should control your emotions. These lost FBA, they may be decent. I'm not calling these people demons. I'm not calling these people whatever. I'm saying that a lot of them, despite them being 40, 50, 60 years old, they are very snappy with people. They really are. You know, I could have been on your channel for years and I say one thing and you're like, why, you little motherfucker? This has happened to me too many times. And I say, unsub, done. You are unstable and I'm not going to put up with you. Goodbye. Right? So, you know, the Democrat FBA shills. It's the same thing. You ask them a question, why do you still support the Democrats? And they, and I'm like, excuse, I'll block you. You don't have to block me. I unsubscribe. This is the Block Party 2025.